Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing the new immigration chief here in Thailand. We are seeing this happening past few weeks. A new head of the Immigration Bureau has been appointed, and some interesting things going on with this. A recent article I was reading, and it's very detailed. There's a lot of information in there. It's on the Thai Examiner website, thaiexaminer.com. Article is titled, New Immigration Bureau Boss Signals New Orders So Police Can Easily Track Down Foreign Suspects in Thailand. A lot going on in here, but this excerpt I thought was really interesting. Quoting directly, the newly installed immigration police chief wants to create a climate of fear against foreign criminals who are waiting for the opportunity to use Thailand as a base for their operations once inward tourism resumes into the country on a wider scale when the COVID-19 crisis ends. He says better screening and database technology has already helped to make Thailand less of a paradise for these types who use the country for drug trafficking and a range of online scams that not only damage the country's reputation, but cause harm to Thai people. And to be clear, this is me talking here. On a very fundamental level, the Thai in me, as a Thai, I'm very happy to, frankly, I don't really want Thailand to become a haven for foreign criminals. But for every action, there's sometimes an equal and opposite reaction, and sometimes there are unforeseen consequences arising from policies. I'm going to get into that in a minute, some analysis on that, but I want to quote further, again, from Thai Examiner, thaiexaminer.com. Quoting further, Thailand's new immigration bureau boss wants a tighter ship when it comes to tracking foreign residents in the kingdom and tourists. Quoting further, Police Lieutenant General Pakpum Pipat Sajapan has also revealed that under new entry vetting procedures, Thailand's immigration police can now halt any passenger boarding a plane for Thailand if the person is deemed a threat to the security and well-being of the country. The new police boss wants to see an improvement in security databases and intelligence on foreigners living in Thailand going forward. A lot going on there, and this is just something I have watched, especially over the past roughly 6-7 years. Thailand's immigration apparatus has very much shifted its policy paradigm, its overall paradigm, from one of being sort of an administrative apparatus to being very much a law enforcement apparatus, or one component of a larger law enforcement apparatus. Again, collecting data, forestalling foreign criminals from coming into Thailand, and all that comes with that. That's a real shift. And I hesitate to completely compare this incoming immigration chief to Big Joke because, as we recall, Big Joke made major changes within the paradigm of immigration. And we saw a lot of really heavy restrictions come down under his watch. And retirees saw a lot of changes, especially with respect to documentation pertaining to financial criteria, as well as we saw crackdowns, where they would round up a lot of illegal folks, a lot of illegal entrants, people on overstay. The blacklist came online under him, although, as I've noted in other videos, that appeared to be coming regardless of the government, as well as, in my opinion, whoever was in charge of immigration. I think that policy change was on the books long before any of these folks that we're dealing with currently now were around. So, but what I do find interesting is it does appear that the new immigration chief is pretty serious about the law enforcement side of this. And from that perspective, I see a lot of similarities, at least between the beginning of Surachak Big Joke Hakpan's, the initial phases of him becoming the immigration police chief. I see some similarities between him and this chief that has just recently taken up the position.